Airport Zoning Commission for May 18, 2022 are called to order concurrently at 6:05 p.m. Pursuant to Executive Order N-25-20 and N-29-20, members of the Planning Commission and staff are participating in this meeting via video link, Zoom, and/or teleconference. This is not an in-person meeting. Members of the public may observe this meeting on the City of Hawthorne website or on YouTube. We'll now have the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Commissioner Osanable. Please.
Place your right hand over your heart and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Secretary, will you call the roll, please?
Chairperson Smith,
Present.
Vice Chairperson Osanable,
Present.
Commissioner Caraveo.
Present.
So absent at this time is Commissioner Ortiz and Commissioner Richard.
Thank you. Oral communication. This is the time for oral communications. Because this meeting is not an in-person meeting, members of the public who wish to participate in the meeting were asked to participate by calling or emailing the Planning Department no later than 5:30 p.m. today, noting the item on which the member wants to speak. This information was provided on the agenda posted in compliance with the Brown Act on Thursday, May 12, 2022. At this time, if there were any messages left for oral communication, staff will either read messages on behalf of those individuals who wish to provide written comments for oral communication, or invite members of the public who wish to provide oral comments to speak through the Zoom application. Remarks, whether written or oral, are still limited to 3 minutes in duration. Staff, is there any participation from the public for oral communications? This is the time for the public to address the Planning Commission and the airport zoning.
There are no written communications that we received today by 5:30. And it seems that nobody in the audience is raising their hand. So there seems to be no written oral communications either.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on then. Planning Commission and Airport Zoning Commission consent calendar. There are no items. We'll recess the Airport Zoning Commission. We have the Planning Commission consent calendar. There are no items. Continued public hearings, excuse me, there are no items. New public hearings. vesting tentative track map application 2022 TM01, converting 7 apartment units into condominiums with a single lot subdivision and maintaining a 35% density bonus. Now is the time and place to open the public hearing to consider vesting tentative tract map application 2022 M01. Senior Planner Palmer will present the staff report.
Thank you, commissioners. May I have the PowerPoint, please? The project is a request to convert an existing 7-unit residential project with an affordable component into a for sale development. Next slide. The address is 13927 Shadron. It's in the high density residential zone, which is R3. And it's located near, it's on Shadron near 139th by Crenshaw and Rosecrans. Next slide. The original approval of the 7-unit apartment project and density bonus 2020 CU02 was on July 1st, 2020. And it was approved by the Planning Commission, and it established a conditional use permit to construct 5 townhome style apartments. It also had a density bonus agreement, which allowed for 2 additional units. Only one of the units have to be affordable. The Planning Commission found that the project was consistent with the provisions of the general plan and the zoning ordinance because it had provided 18 parking spaces, had sufficient open space, landscaping, had private garages, and an affordable unit. Next slide, please. This is a picture of the apartment building being constructed. It's almost complete. Next slide. What the tract map will do is subdivide the units so that each unit can be sold individually. Once that happens, the applicant will still have the obligation to provide an affordable unit, and those numbers are established by HUD standards. Next slide. Okay, so the Planning Commission has reviewed the project and has determined that the requirements of the Hawthorne Municipal Code and Subdivision Map Act are adequately addressed within the proposal. Based on the analysis of the vesting tentative tract map 83556, staff determines that the map complies with the Hawthorne Municipal Code and the Subdivision Map Act, and it's exempt from CEQA. This concludes the report. The Planning Department recommends approval of the tract map subject to the conditions, and that concludes my report. I am available for any questions.
Thank you. Does the Planning Commission have any questions for staff? This is a time for questions of the staff. Commissioners, any questions?
I just had.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
You can go first.
Mine is quick. I mean, I know we always speak of affordable housing. My 2 questions are, how is it advertised that they have affordable housing? And the second one is, I know that you mentioned that it's determined by HUD, but just like a ballpark, how affordable is affordable? Is it like 30% less than what the asking price is, or 50% less? I know it's too much, but I'm just wondering how affordable is affordable.
So with the affordability, if it was a rental, I can tell you the exact numbers. But with the for sale units, there's a formula that we have to get from HUD, and it has to be sold for less than like 80% of the median income of what that median income in LA County is at the time. So if he sells it today, it's going to be one price. If he sells it in 2 years, it's going to be another price. It's really contingent on what the median affordability is for HUD. And what I can do is I can update the commission on those numbers.
Yes,
to give you a ballpark. But and as far as the marketing goes, in the housing agreement, he has to give us a marketing plan, and he has to tell us how he's going to advertise and things like that. So, we can work with our housing department if necessary to put the word out there, but it's provided for in the housing agreement.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That's it.
Thank you.
And then I guess my question is just to piggyback off of that one of if the city's going to be doing the picking the candidates for the affordable unit, or if the applicant is going to be doing that.
The applicant is responsible for selling the home, but the city does monitor.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other questions? Staff, okay. Is the applicant present and do they wish to speak?
The applicant is present. I'm not sure if they wish to. Oh, there, I see them now.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
All right.
You can go ahead and speak now.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have much to add. I think Chris is doing a good job, and in concert with Greg. So I appreciate their assistance in this regard. So they're wonderful and helping us to get it accomplished. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to address the commission on this issue?
There seems to be no one else.
Okay, Mr. McLean, are there any documents to place in the administrative record such as late communications?
No.
Do any of my fellow commissioners have any final comments on this item or questions from staff? Commissioners, any comments or anything?
No.
Okay, thank you. So I will now formally close the public hearing on these items. Call on my fellow commissioners for a vote on resolution 2022-03, approving the CEQA determination and vesting tentative tract map A3556, subject to conditions. Do I have a motion?
I'll motion to
Go ahead.
I'll motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion has been made by Commissioner Caravello and seconded by Commissioner, I'm sorry.
Ashanable, it's okay.
Okay. Commissioner Caravello,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Alshanable,
Yes.
and Chairperson Smith.
Yes.
Okay, so that is 3 yes and 2 absent, so that's unanimous. And it's approved.
Thank you, everyone. Now I'll recess the Planning Commission, call back to order the Airport Zoning Commission. Airport Zoning Commission consent calendar. There are no items. Airport Zoning Commission new or continued public hearings. There are no items. Now call back to order the Planning Commission concurrently with the Airport Zoning Commission. Non-public hearing items. There are no items. Administrative items. There are no items. Items to be placed on future agendas. Do we have any?
Let's see. Chris, you have one coming up, right?
That's being circulated right now. It's about 3 months out.
Okay.
Okay.
Maria has one too, but she's not on the line, so I don't remember exactly the details of it. But there is a lack of significant projects for the last couple of months, unfortunately. That's why we haven't met for a while. But hopefully we can turn that around soon.
But I do have a color approval for the next meeting.
Okay.
And we do have the Hassan Project DBA, I think, at some point.
Oh, thank you, Sean. That's
that should
right.
be
That's another thing.
soon. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know if it'll make it for next meeting, but certainly soon. We
Yeah.
finalized the DBA on that.
So that's the project down by Rosecrans on Cornbloom that was once let me get this right. It was once a condo project, or was it the other way around?
It's the opposite of this. It was once
Yeah.
a condo project and became apartments.
It became apartments, so the density bonus agreement, that's what we're talking about, right? That had
Yes.
to be rewritten, and so that has to come back to you. Okay. Now, also with that, you had seen it, I think, early this year, or was it the end of
It was
last
the end
year?
of last year.
End of last year. And there was some discussion about the conditions of approval, and we'll bring that back as well because we've been negotiating pretty much since then on some of the details of one of those conditions. And so we finally come to a satisfactory conclusion, and we'd like to run that past you as well. So there's that as well. So thank you for reminding me of that. That will be coming up soon.
Okay, thank you. Do any of the commissioners have anything to report?
I want to see for our next meeting or continued next meetings, we can get like an update on the marijuana ordinance. Like at the end of our meetings is, you know, kind of like a summary of what's going on.
Okay.
And then I just want to say, because I'm trying to remember all the holidays that we probably missed, but happy Mother's Day to everyone who's mothers or has mothers. Yeah, Kello, he's turned 1 last year. Well, not last month. I had him last year. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Nothing from me. The others?
Nothing for me either
Thank you.
at this time.
Since there isn't anything further from commissioners, and these meetings will be adjourned at 6:20 p.m.
Okay.
Go,
But
go,
see you all in
go.
person.
Okay, remember the next meeting and all those going after will be live in the council chambers.
Yes. Looking forward.
Yeah.
No more sweats during the meeting.
And you're gonna see how much weight I gained. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, guys. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
One is also available from the city clerk's office. Property owners are encouraged to